Hi, I'm Emma Putland and I'm a fourth year Midlands Four Cities PhD student. This video is about my part-time online placement and it briefly outlines why I wanted to do it, what it involved and some of the key outcomes for me. I was actually approached about the placement after originally having a meeting with our partnerships and placements manager, where I mentioned that I was interested in a placement to do with mental health and well-being as part of trying to plan my own placement. So someone from the Researcher Academy happened to mention to our placements manager how great it would be to have a student work with him on a peer mentoring scheme to support mental health and well-being. And that was that. That's how the project started. So my main role description was to expand the peer mentoring programme Adapt Together at the University of Nottingham. So for those of you who aren't familiar, which will probably be most of you, Adapt Together is an initiative to support researchers to actually set up and to run their own peer support groups. And the aim of this is to provide constructive and safe spaces for people who are peers to just share and learn from each other's experiences in like this really honest and constructive space. So the main reasons that I personally wanted to do a placement were to, one, gain some experience outside my PhD in an area that interested me as a potential career path. So personally, I wanted to know what it was like to work in a non-academic role, but one that was still oriented around research, so here by training and supporting the well-being of other researchers at the university. I also wanted to expand my skill set and just do something totally different from my PhD. It's kind of like a bit of a break. And similarly, I wanted to kind of put my time towards something that I was passionate about. So in this instance, I just wanted to kind of help create some kind of change. And finally, I guess I just wanted to improve my overall employability by proving that I could contribute to a team and use many of my PhD skills in a non-PhD environment. So as I didn't know if I wanted to go into or outside of academia, I really liked that this placement could be made very relevant to both career paths. So when I started the placement, Adapt Together was a small-scale initiative that had been in place for PhD students at the University of Nottingham since 2019. Its organisers really wanted and needed the scheme to grow so that it could become self-sustaining and support more people moving forward. So I was brought in to evaluate and expand the scheme in a way that respected its grassroots-led nature. So kind of did this through surveying people who were involved in different ways, just kind of about their experiences in order to then create a report that could give user-led recommendations for actually how to develop the scheme. So in response, the rest of my placement was dedicated to kind of trying to expand the infrastructure of Adapt Together to meet these recommendations. And then this placement culminated in a business case that I co-wrote and then pitched with my placement lead to the head of the Researcher Academy. And from this, successfully secured funding for a pilot rollout of Adapt Together across the university the following academic year. So thank you for listening. I really hope that this is helpful to you.